rewire your brain and transform your reality. You could literally turn everything upside down and can change your entire identity by just changing your habits. Because your brain has a mechanism called neuroplasticity. And in fact, it is actually an amazing mechanism, but just so you know that it is actually a neutral mechanism. It is neither good or bad. It is contingent upon how you utilize it. You could misuse it or you could just utilize it and it would largely benefit your life. Okay? And the way to use it is that whatever that you want to be better at or you want to do that would align with who you want to become, then do that thing. For example, right? If you want to know more about philosophy, right? But now your current habit is still like, okay, 9 to 5, you still have to work, and then when you got home and then eat, you would have free time around like 7 p.m., right? But then usually you might just like, oh, you would be tired. You probably might watch something or just go out to a bar and drink something, or maybe hang out with your friends, talk with your family, or so ever. But if you actually want to know more about philosophy, then you have to distribute your time so that you would have time to read or just consume some philosophical contents so that you can actually get better at it. But the catch is you have to be consistent with it. You're not gonna do that like just like like weekly, like just whenever that you want to do it, or just like, oh, I'm just gonna be chill. Some days you're not gonna do it. No. If you can maintain it every single day, even just 15 to 20 minutes, your body, your brain, it will reward that action. Because when you keep repeating something, your brain only knows that, okay, this body, keeps doing this thing, reading a philosophical book every single day. That means it is actually good. So every time when you do that, you would get like some sort of dopamine, and then you just want to do it. It is the same with like, scrolling, but this one is bad. Neuroplasticity, it also applies with scrolling, because every time when you scroll, you get novelty constantly, every 5 seconds you laugh, every 5 seconds, it could turn laughter into depression. You might see it's that melancholic like content, sad music, or just saying that like, oh, I feel lonely, nobody understands me whatsoever. Like you your mood constantly changes. So your brain will be used to like rapid change, and it is not good because you get dopamine too easily. But when you just sit down and doing something productive like reading or just like going to the gym, your body would love it. And if you want to be a well spoken person, I swear to you, just keep talking a lot every single day, but not just like yapping or like gossiping. Just like look at like some people who are well spoken on YouTube or from like TikTok, those influencers, and then try to like notice and observe their pace and their talking style so that, like try to be like them, you can copy them, okay? It is better than just like keep learning it for like the whole month. It doesn't help you like seriously. Action outweighs consuming. That is my opinion. And it actually works, because for example, if you don't want to be addicted to scrolling, right? What you have to do is that you should be aware whenever you grab your phone and then you just like go to TikTok or Instagram reels or charts. When you're aware of it, in the first minute or like a couple of minutes, you should try to get out of it. I know that you probably be thinking like, then what am I gonna do? Simply just do nothing, because by doing so, whenever you have a chance, when you're in the elevator, when you walk to your work, or when you're shopping, or when you're bored during conversation, you wouldn't be able to quit it easily. That's why just like cut it out and just be present with yourself. And if you really want to become an optimized, better version of yourself, you need to change your habits. Literally, whatever that you want to good at. If if I want to good at, powerlifting, right? Whenever I go to the gym, I just have to have like a program that I can actually follow, not just like the too extreme one, like I don't know, 3 4 hour long session. It's merely impossible to do that like every single day. Like who on earth would have that much time, after work or after school? Okay, just try to make it realistic. Your brain, it only knows, and it only rewards whatever that you keep doing. If you keep writing every single day, then for you it's gonna become easier each time because your neural pathways will be reinforced by repeating action. Okay, like first day, like through friction, your brain is going to like generate like a neural pathway, a new one. And then like when you keep doing that, every single day over and over again, it's gonna become easier. And one day you wouldn't even realize that you do it every day. It is like you brush your teeth, right? It is something that you do every single day without thinking like, oh, today I have to brush my teeth again, or like, oh, I have to eat again today. Because like you have been doing that for your entire life. But then if you want to do a new habit or want to acquire new skills, you need to do it every single day. And the key is consistency, not just like long ass period of time, log in for the whole day, just like that day. But the next day you would feel draining because thinking about it yesterday that you knew that, it would take a long time, a bunch of like effort and energy, you would just thinking about it, you would already be exhausting. So you would just avoid it, and then it's not gonna become your habit. So just try to like do it, like a little bit first, but just try to like make it like your habit. You can just try like, I would suggest you just to do it like every single day, whatever that is, that can like, improve your life, enhance your skills. It can be reading, talking or writing, learning something new, learning how human nature works, or about psychology, just literally anything that would benefit your future. Or if you want to get promoted in your career, then you have to have like clear structural plan. How are you gonna get better at, your work? So you need to follow it every single day. You need to learn new skills. It is simple as that. Just keep doing that thing every single day. It doesn't matter, how long do you do it. What matters most is that you keep doing it every single day, regardless. Like whether you're tired, you're sick. Cause like I understand that when you're sick, it is really hard because you need to rest. But seriously, it will sabotage your system because you would feel like, oh my god, today I slack off, and then you would feel guilty. The next day, you just feel like either you want to do it double because yesterday you didn't do it, or you just feel so guilty that you don't even want to keep continuing it. It might sound like, oh, is that even true? Yes, like seriously, it would literally be like that. So just try to keep it up even when you're sick, except it is extremely bad, But if you just like got some fever or like headache, just do that. But just like decrease the amount of time or energy. Just do it, as much as you can, like 10 15 minutes at least. You wouldn't feel guilty about it later on. At least the work is done. And that's it, man. It's not that difficult at all. So we have this mechanism for a reason. So try to utilize it, not misuse it. It is actually would be so beneficial, I used to be addicted to scrolling too, and the reason why I can quit it, is because that like whenever I get on like the app, right, and then I scroll like for a minute, I would be aware of what I'm doing. I would be like, wait, I don't want to be addicted to this shit. So I'm just like, hell nah, just gonna get out. Literally simple as that. Because if you're gonna keep scrolling, if you're telling yourself that like, oh man, just let me relax for 5 minutes, it's going to be beyond that. We all know that because it is fun, it's relaxing, and it doesn't require effort. You're gonna keep doing more than 5 minutes. Let's be honest, all right? So just quit it. And if you don't know what to do, just do some chores, or maybe just like I don't know, go shower, or just like sit with yourself and just think about your future, think about your life, your relationships, what you can do better, introspect about how you reacted, to people. Why did you feel offended by a certain word or a certain tone, behavior, whatsoever? There are so many things that you can do, and if you really don't know what to do, just take a walk. 10, 20 minutes. It's really good, It's good for your health, and in fact, you would have time to introspect more so you would understand yourself more. And that's it, man. I hope you get something from this video and it works really, really well. Whatever that you want to be good at, just try to do it every single day and try not to slack off. Even you have a reasonable justification, but trust me on this. Once you have slacked once, then you're gonna keep doing that the next time. I'm not saying that like the next day you're gonna slack off again. No, what I mean is that next time, maybe like during that month, you feel extremely exhausted again from work, and the weather is so bad and you're so hungry, a bunch of problems going on simultaneously, right? And then you would feel like, oh, just let me slack out just like the last time because today is really shit and it's worse than the last time. Then that neural pathway will be reinforced too. And then you would keep doing it more and more. And that would be a point where you feel extremely guilty. And then you would just slack off more often. Because your brain doesn't know anything. It only knows that like you keep doing this so many times and it gives you more comfort when you don't do anything. But don't forget that the comfort is the greatest killer of dreams. And if you want to be successful in life, don't be comfortable with anything. Same thing with complacency, Like many people there are too complacent, with that situation that like, oh, I studied for a week or, I've worked hard for a week. Just let me rest a little bit, a day or two. That is not good at all. Seriously. At least if you really want to rest, just do the work, like at least just do the work 10, 20 minutes. That's enough. So that you wouldn't feel like you slack off even just a day. Seriously, it is more impactful than you thought. Because your brain, if you keep doing that thing every single day, it will know that this is important. Because like, damn, this body would do this thing regardless. Then your brain would reward you, over and over again. So that would become your actual habit, and your habit dictates your identity. So in order to change who you are, you need to change your habits. And you must make it sustainable, not just something like to brag to others or like just one long session and then you would feel good about it because you're so hyped up by my video and stuff. No. Seriously, I'm telling you right now, if you think that like you're afraid that you will slack off or like just quit at the end of the day, then I suggest you, I don't think it is too hard. Just give it 15 to 20 minutes daily. I think you can do it. I don't suggest you to do it before bed. I think you should do it like when you get home and then like you shower. Just try to do it at the time. Then you would have your free time, whatever that you usually do. You know, you are gaming or you're talking with your girlfriend, you talk with your family, whatsoever. Just try to prioritize it first, and then after that, like a month or two, you would realize that like, oh, I actually do it every single day, and you in fact would increase the time of that habit, because to you now like 15 minutes is just too easy. You can like you know expand it to like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but just don't go too extreme just because you can be consistent about it for a month. Just not just I don't recommend that, okay? So start by just like a little bit first, and then once you are sure that you can keep doing it every single day regardless, then you can like you know enhance the time spending, so that every single day you just be locked in about that habit, and your identity will be completely changed the next time when you realize. So I hope that you get something from this video, and that's just all about it, neuroplasticity. And if you like this video, I would be much appreciated if you subscribe, or if you have anything, just comment down below. I read every single thing. And thanks for watching, man. See you in the next video.